Morning, it's Lindsay here. I'm just going to recap on what we talked about yesterday. Bang your lump down, water on the top, compress it by pushing down to start with. Think about your breathing when you start. So thinking about doing a really nice breath in before you do anything and then breathe out for the movement. So we're going to think about now, this is clearly off center. We're going to squeeze with our right hand. We're going to use this part of our left hand to really push and form the shape. And then these fingers will overlap. And we've got this lovely hinge here that gives us strength, particularly when we start to throw bigger pots later. So we're going to scoop up the skirt, squeeze. These fingers are squeezing, the heel of my hand is squeezing. Now this part comes on here and I close my hands over and I squeeze. Okay, one movement. Scoop up the skirt, push with that heel, overlap. Okay, a little bit of water, smooth that now. I'm going to push over so you can see the angle, you can see the spiral coming in the clay, pushing over, and then we take that down all the way to the base. Okay, I'm going to squeeze up, push in, push over. Perfect. Okay, scoop up the skirt, push in, up it comes. We're going to push over, and the clay is compressing here, which is why it's going down. So it doesn't need a lot of effort. Smooth all the way. So I'm taking my fingers down to the base. Tidy up a little bit. So now I'm ready to just hold. I'm slightly pulling towards myself. And that feels nice and still now. Okay, I can just smooth the top with my thumb to make it a little bit flatter. And I'm going to curve my hand round and I'm going to point my thumb down in the middle. Okay, and then I'm going to follow my finger down once I feel that. Now, quite a lot of beginners get this little ridge here. Smooth that with your fingers and that will stop you getting a ragged edge later. A little bit of water, and put my thumb in, and I'm going to take my thumb out to my hand. My hand needs to back away as I open my pot out. Remember, when you're opening up a cylinder, it needs to be 1 or 2 centimeters wider than you want it to be when it's finished. I don't need to use this hand. It helps a little bit with keeping it centered. So I take that out. Okay, be careful not to come too far off your base. Now I'm going to compress with my fingers in the center. I've got my fingers, this middle finger is bent and these 2 fingers are straighter. So I've got a flat pad here. And I start in the center and I work my way out towards the right. If I make this into a proper video, I will add in a shot from the top showing what I'm doing. So when that starts to feel firm, I know I've compressed it enough and it's flat enough. And this is the last time I'm going to do anything to this base. So from now on, I need to just look after it. So now I'm going to do my little hug. So my right hand, I've got this lovely C shape, which is really firm. My left hand, I'm going to drop my left thumb in. So I curve my hand round, drop my thumb in, right hand around here. All my fingers are working. And I'm just going to bring that in. That's it. Nothing more. Really simple movement. Now for that first pull, we're just going to do that little push. So I've got these 3 fingers. I've dropped my fingers on the inside to support the clay. I can put all of them in. I tend to, at this stage with a little pot, just leave a thumb and a finger on the outside, because that keeps it, stops it going out. So I'm just going to push in with those outside fingers. And up I come. Very slowly, following the clay. That's it. Before I've done a pull, just one of those is all you need with a piece of clay this small. Now, when I put the water on, I get a little bit of water and I drop it over my thumb, and then the water runs down my thumb onto the outside of the pot. I'm going to get my fingers into this little groove at the bottom. This thumb is dropped on the outside, these fingers are on the inside. My hand is relaxed. These fingers are supporting the clay, these fingers are opposite on the inside, or on the outside. So I tuck my fingers in that groove and I wait 2 or 3 revolutions. And then I slowly bring this up. To the top. And then I can press my rim. If it's opening out slightly, which is really common when you're learning, you can just collar it in. Same shape as before, a lovely C shape, pushing in. Drop your thumb in, and we're just going to gently ask that to come in. Not too fast. Okay, so we straightened it up. I've got probably one more pull in here. Tuck my fingers in there, about 5 o'clock. And I'm just going to follow that up. And I'm feeling for that clay moving between my fingers. Okay, so there's my cylinder. Collar in a little bit. And then I can use my bamboo. Just going to drop my left hand inside at an angle. I'm holding my bamboo so you can see the angle I'm holding it at. I start at the top and I just skim off the slip just to tidy it up. Okay. And I'm now going to use the knife with an angle flat on the bottom. I'm just going to push that in at the base. And that creates a dry area so that when I put the wire on, it will come away easily from here. Now this is the moment where you can do a bit of tidying up. Just take the water out of the base. Okay. Okay. Hold my wire, pull it apart, thumbs on top, and I'm going to put it down on the wheel head and pull it through. Okay. To lift off, I tuck my fingers in that groove, tip it up, fingers underneath, and pop it on the board. Okay.